First off, I don't know what's going on with my head right now, so if you could just not look at it, that would be great. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that was requested of me to do, and I have wanted to do it for a very long time. So today's video is going to be all about the baking technique, also known as cooking, but I think it sounds like you're cooking meth, so we're going to call it baking. So yeah, we're going to go over all the aspects of the technique, who it's going to be good for, what is it exactly, where do you do it, and all that jazz that we usually do. And I'm also going to show you a demo on myself. So yeah, let's get baking. First, let's talk about what is the baking technique and what is its purpose. So like most makeup techniques, this is nothing new. This has been used for years and years and years among like celebrity makeup artists, and especially in the drag community, because people would do this technique to keep their makeup on and to prevent it from melting and stuff under like really hot lights and photography and stuff. So I don't know who coined the term, but within the past couple of years it kind of just came to light and became known as the baking technique. What you do is apply a very, very thick layer of loose powder, not pressed, you gotta make sure it's loose, to certain points of your face, and you let it sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you have longer, you can let it sit for longer. The heat of your skin kind of warms up the powder to where it unifies with the concealer and your makeup, and then you brush away the excess and you're left with a very, very bright appearance. So this technique really locks your makeup into place. It's going to keep you bright all day long in those areas. It's going to keep your makeup on longer. It's going to keep you matte longer. It's going to absorb the oil in your skin. And it's just going to give you a very nice, smooth airbrush finish. So where do you do this technique? This is not something you do all over your face, because that kind of just defeats the purpose of this, because this really does add more dimension and depth to your skin, and it makes certain areas stand out. So if you do it all over your face, it's not going to make any certain areas stand out. So you want to keep in mind that anywhere you would highlight is where you would do this technique. I will link my highlighting and contouring videos below and in cards up here in the video, because I do show you where you need to highlight and stuff. But you know, just think about where you would highlight. You highlight, you know, on the high points of your face, under your eyes, down the bridge of your nose, forehead, chin, under the contour, you know, just the places that you want to come forward and emphasize. But keep in mind, it is going to depend on your face shape. So if you have a large forehead, you're not going to want to do a lot of this technique up here on your forehead, because it's going to make your forehead appear larger. If you have a really big chin, you don't want to do it on your chin, because it's going to make your chin look larger. If you have a wide shaped face, you're not going to want to come all the way out to here with it, because it's going to make your face appear more wide. I suggest watching some highlighting and contouring videos for your face shape, so that you can figure out where you need to highlight, and then you can figure out where to do this technique. But the two main places I do this technique on myself is under the eyes to set my concealer, and under my contour, because if you go under your contour right here, right under your cheekbone, it's going to sharpen up your contour, because the contrast of your contour, like the hollows of your cheek, and then that brightness, is going to really make your cheekbones pop, and that contour is just going to look on fleek. So who is this technique going to be good for? With any type of skin, you're just going to have to trial and error and see if it works for you, because it may not, because everyone works differently. Everyone's skin is different. If you have oily skin, girl, this is going to be your best friend. If you have more mature skin, if you have a lot of wrinkles and stuff, this may become a problem for you. Because it may emphasize those wrinkles and fine lines. And if you have dry skin, again, you need to be leery of this, because you are applying a lot of powder to your face. But real quick, I just want to go over the pros and cons and just kind of sum everything up. As far as the pros, like I said, it's going to give you a very nice, soft, really smooth airbrush finish. It's going to keep your makeup on longer. It's going to kind of diminish the appearance of pores, because where the powder is just sinking into your skin and kind of meshing with your skin, it's going to kind of fill in those pores, so it may diminish the appearance of large pores. It will keep you matte all day if that's something you're looking for. It's really, really good for photography, if you're going to be under lights, if you're going to be, you know, on camera. So as far as the cons go, there is potential for cakiness, because you're applying a lot of layers of makeup to your skin, because you're not only applying like foundation and concealer and blush and all that stuff, but you're applying a whole lot of powder. It's like equivalent to like 3 to 5 layers of powder. So you got to be very careful with that, because it can emphasize texture and stuff. This is not something you want to do every single day, but like I said, it's going to be very good for photography or special occasions, or you know, a night out if you're clubbing or something. So now we're going to get into the demo, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this and where I apply it and all that good stuff. So as far as what you'll need a loose setting powder. Don't use a pressed, it won't work as well. And then you will also need some type of sponge. You can use a brush for this, but it's just going to be a little bit harder, and it's just not going to look as good, I think. I like to use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is dampened. I feel like it really packs it on. Or you could just use one of these little like cheapo cosmetic wedges. These are like, what, $1? This is kind of dirty, and I'm not really sure why. But yeah, you can just use the bottom of the sponge where it's flat. I like to use the flat side, the Real Technique sponge, and it gives you the same look. So I do have all my face makeup on. I have foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, and contour, and I have set pretty much my entire face other than the areas I want to do this technique. Like, I haven't set under my eyes or my forehead or anything. I did see some videos where people would apply a very light layer of setting powder to like the places they were wanting to bake, and then they go in and bake. That's just way too much layering and texture. Do not do that. I don't know why people are doing that, because I have no setting powder or anything under my eyes. What I'm going to do is bake one side of my face just to show you guys the difference in how it looks and stuff. So the powder I like to use is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. Oh my god, it's so good. And when you're choosing a loose powder, you want to make sure you choose one that's very, very finely milled and soft. This one is so finely milled and it's so soft. You could also use the Ben Nye Luxury powders. This would be a good time to use your Ben Nye Banana powder if you are a darker skin tone, but I'm about out of the e.l.f. one, so I'm going to use the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colorless powder. This is just a translucent powder, and I'm going to use the Real Technique sponge on the side I'm going to do first, and then I'll come back and I'll do the cosmetic wedge on the other side that I'm not doing right now. So what you're going to do is get a very, very thick amount of powder on your sponge, and you're just going to pat this very slowly on the areas that you want to bake. And then I'm going to go right under my contour just to sharpen my contour up a little bit. And then just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose just to make my nose look more slender. And where the sponge is dampened, it's not going to like suck up all the product like a dry sponge would. And it's just going to really pack it on just really easy. It's just going to make it a lot easier for you. And then I'm going to apply some just on like the lower part of my forehead. It is going everywhere. I'm just going to apply it right along through here, in between my brows. I want to do my cupid's bow just a little bit, and then my chin just a little bit. So yeah, those are the main areas that you can bake. And you want to let this sit. Do not blend this out or fluff this away or anything. You want to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. I usually like to do like 5, because at this point, that's just how it works for me in my makeup routine. So I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes and we will dust this baby off. Okay guys, I'm back, and it's been a little bit longer than 5 minutes, and we are going to wipe this stuff away. So you can use pretty much any kind of brush to wipe this stuff away. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just going to very lightly just kind of dust off the excess. So here is this side of my face all baked up. I hope you guys can see the difference in the two sides, because this side just looks all lifeless and bleh, and this side over here just looks really bright and awake. And look at this contour. My contour did not look that good before. Like, here's my contour without like the baking. Here's my contour with baking. It just sharpens everything up. It just gives you a lot more dimension. So I'm going to do the other side with the cosmetic sponge and just kind of show you guys how it applies. I'm not really going to show you guys what it looks like or anything afterwards, but it does do pretty much the exact same things. And I do like using these little wedges, because where the bottom is like a square shape, it just gives you like a really nice sharp bake. I don't know. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I just wanted to show you how the cosmetic wedge applied the powder, but I'm going to leave it on here and bake this side of my face too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any video requests, then please leave it in the comments below, because I love hearing from you guys and hearing what you guys want to see. So thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah. Have a series of just, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Supposed to prevent caking and creasing. No, I am messing up. So now, I look like I just got done doing cocaine.